Chapter 3. The Accidental Choice. Hiroto stood at the base of the weeping shrine, heart pounding and breath hitching in his throat. The stone structure loomed before him, an embodiment of unspoken narratives and ancient rituals that seemed to vibrate with a power of their own. He clenched his fists, an instinctual response to the overwhelming presence of the place. It felt as if the stones beneath his fingers buzzed with energy, echoing the fears and hopes of those who had come before him. With each passing second, the gravity of his situation settled deeper within him. He had come to Serendale searching for answers, yet now that he faced the shrine, the silence pressed on him like a thick fog. The scenery blurred as memories of his mundane life in Tokyo flickered in out-of-focus work pressures, long commutes, and a sense of futility that had haunted him. Yet here, in this otherworldly realm, it was as though each moment counted. The stakes felt immeasurably higher. His thoughts were interrupted by a rustle behind him, sharp and sudden. He spun around to find Ren stepping through the underbrush. Her flowing silver hair caught the moonlight, framing her face in an ethereal glow. She approached him cautiously, a mix of concern and curiosity etched on her features. "I knew you'd come here," she said, her voice low yet firm. "But alone, what were you thinking, Hiroto?" "I had to see it for myself," he replied, stepping back from the shrine and drawing in a breath of cool night air. The rumors, the whispers, it all seemed intertwined with the festival, and I thought maybe I could. Ren raised an eyebrow, crossing her arms. "What, uncover some hidden ritual with just your curiosity?" "Isn't that why you're by my side?" he countered, defensive despite himself. "You'd think a S-rank adventurer would want to be involved in something dangerous." "Point taken," Ren sighed. "But remember, danger in this world is different than in yours. These rituals might not just be folklore, they could be tied to the very fabric of Serendale." She stepped beside him, eyes fixated on the shrine. "Sometimes what we consider vital answers come with enormous prices. We need to approach this carefully." A flicker of guilt crept into Hiroto's chest. Had he really just waltzed into a web of complexities without considering the repercussions? His heart sank a bit, but curiosity overrode caution. "How do we unravel it, then?" "First, let's not provoke whatever energies might stir here." Ren turned to face him, her green eyes earnest. "We'll gather more information tonight, but we'll return to the village first. The festival might offer clues if we're aware of the undercurrents. Do you think the mayor will—" "Let's not even discuss Mayor Ayame yet," Ren interrupted, her tone serious. "Knowledge can be a potent weapon. We need to tread lightly." With that, they turned to leave the shrine behind. As they emerged from the shadows of the towering trees, a sudden realization washed over Hiroto. He was not simply a spectator in Serendale, but an accidental player upon a stage filled with characters entangled in a centuries-old narrative. This acknowledgement both thrilled and terrified him. The village was alive now, sounds of laughter and music beckoning them back. Colorful lights danced in the streets as lanterns illuminated paths once imbued with darkness. The aroma of cooked meats, spiced pastries, and sweet confectionaries spiraled through the air, creating an intoxicating atmosphere that both soothed. Amidst their surroundings, the townsfolk continued their preparations for the festival, unaware of the turmoil swirling beneath their smiles. Villagers stood in clusters, laughter ringing out like chimes, each note layered over the undercurrents of fear and doubt. Hiroto watched, fascinated yet troubled. "Are they really happy, or is it all a facade?" he mused, his voice barely audible as they wove through the crowd. "Probably a mix of both," Ren replied casually, eyeing a nearby stall laden with rustic decorations. "But you'll find that this fade is essential to their survival, especially tonight. There is strength woven into the illusions people create for one another." As they reached the bustling square, Ren pulled him aside, away from the throngs. "There are a few things we should do. First, gather intel about the festival and the rituals. Who better to ask than the vendors? They might know more than they let on." "Good thinking." Hiroto nodded. "Let's start now." With newfound purpose, they approached different stalls. At the first, a woman selling vibrant flowers frequently offered elaborate explanations of how they were used in festivals, all while her eyes darted in hesitation whenever the conversation delved near the topic of sacrifice. Hiroto pressed for answers gently, asking about the meanings behind different components of the festival. The petals are meant to symbolize hope, she insisted, a forced cheerfulness to her tone. We decorate our spaces to invite the spirits of nature. But what do the spirits want? He ventured, glancing toward Ren for support. The woman's smile faded for a moment. That is, it's about balance, dear, keeping harmony among the living and the dead. Is that why the festival exists, to maintain that balance? Ren interjected, her demeanor attentive. Aye, the vendor said, her voice trembling. It brings the community together, strengthens our bonds. But you see, the shrine demands respect. The spirits do not take kindly to those who forget their place. After a few more exchanges with answers growing vaguer each time, Ren and Hiroto stepped back from the stalls, exchanging glances. That was cryptic, Hiroto commented, scratching his head. Almost like she knew more but couldn't or wouldn't say it. Exactly, Ren sighed. This festival stirs something deeper within the villagers, so that they've been conditioned to uphold tradition, and deviating from it is dangerous. Let's keep asking around. We might uncover the meanings behind the rituals, or at least gather insights into how the mare spins her web. With each interaction, a thread began to weave together a broader tapestry of suspicions and hidden truths. As the festival progressed, villagers opened up more amidst the songs and cheers, laughter spilling across the square like the rising tide. As the night deepened, the festival became more vibrant, yet the layer of unease mingled with every shout of joy. Hiroto often watched from the fringes how people decorated and celebrated, yet bated their breath when the mayor came onto the stage again. Eventually, Mayor Ayame stepped up, dressed in a flowing white robe adorned with gold markings that caught the light of the lanterns. The crowd hushed, anticipation fascinatingly pulling attention to her commanding presence. "Tonight, we gather," she boomed, her voice echoed by a wave of applause. "We stand united against our trials. We honor the spirits of our ancestors who bless us." Hiroto watched her. There's a rhythm to their tradition, an order that reinforces a hidden truth. We must discern when celebration is simply a veil over something heavier. The visible tension threaded through the crowd like a thin strand of silk as Mayor Ayame's words floated gracefully through the air, resonating with respect, yet cloaking their true nature in perilous shadows. Each declaration was a ritual weaving deeper secrets, and as Hiroto stood there observing, he felt something shift within him, a growing resolve he hadn't anticipated. The night wore on, and after another toast from the mayor, shadows crept closer. With each cheer and clink of mugs, he felt the burden of the answers he sought weigh heavier on his heart. He was here accidentally, a villager in a chilling epic, yet he no longer felt like an outsider. If he was to carry this weight, he would embrace it fully, unraveling his place in this story as surely as the festival intertwined with the lives of Serendale's people. After the speeches concluded, the festival shifted toward lively dancing, but Hiroto found it increasingly difficult to enjoy the festivities, the weight of unspoken truths knotting his stomach with dread. As the firelit evening drew on, Ren leaned in closer. "I have an idea. Let's slip away after the next round of festivities. There may be an elder who knows more about the shrine and the past of our town." "You think they would talk?" Hiroto queried, filled with a blend of enthusiasm and anxiety. "If anyone will have the answers we seek, it would be them," Ren answered assertively. "In the quiet truth of the night, we may find the answers woven between the stories of our town." With their plans laid, Hiroto felt a spark of excitement flicker within him. He had stumbled into this world blindly, but now the allure of discovery beckoned. He was about to embark on a journey into the heart of Serendale, seeking not only the darker truths hidden behind the festival, but finding his own role in this intricate dance that blurred the lines of reality and history. And little did he know that his accidental choice, stepping unwittingly into this fabric of life, had already begun altering the course of Serendale forever.